The Department of Public Health and Human Services is pleased to bring you Aging Horizons. Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, fraud, legal issues, veterans benefits, and caregiving. Aging Horizons is a program dedicated to inform and prepare Montanans on these timely issues, making a difference to you and your loved ones. Here now is today's program host.
Hi folks, and welcome to Aging Horizons. On today's show, we're coming to you from the 56th Annual Governor's Conference on Aging here in Helena, Montana. The Governor's Conference is a wonderful time where we bring all our Aging Network individuals together, and we bring some wonderful presenters to do presentations. And in particular today, we'll be talking with the coordinator for the Governor's Conference on Aging, plus two centenarians, individuals who are 100 plus, so stay tuned.
Hey caregivers, did you know that respite time is your time? How will you spend it?
We love to get outdoors, so if we have any free time, that's pretty much where you can find us.
Bailey Tolson, East Helena.
We love to hike. Any chance we get, we're out there. And of course, there's always date night.
Montana Lifespan Respite. Respite for caregivers. It's okay to need it. It's okay to want it. It's okay to get it. To learn if you're eligible, call 1-800-224-6034.
We love date night.
Medicare loses $60 million in Montana each year, $70 billion nationally. Medicare processes 4.5 million claims a day. They don't know who your doctor is, but you do. Mistakes can happen.
Read your Medicare statements and call Montana Senior Medicare Patrol if you see anything unexpected.
1-800-551-3191. This project is supported by a grant by the Administration for Community Living.
I think the most pleasant surprise when we turned 65 and signed up for Medicare Part B was finding out about our Welcome to Medicare preventive visit.
It was free, and it gave us the opportunity to visit with our doctors and establish a plan for our health going forward.
They reviewed our medical history, measured our height, weight, blood pressure, and counseled us on other risk factors.
To learn more about Medicare's free or low-cost preventive and wellness benefits, call your local SHIP counselor at 800-551-3191. I mentioned it's free, right?
Twice.
I was the last guy you'd expect to get diabetes. I was a competitive runner and I always took care of myself. So when I was diagnosed, it kind of threw me. But it's really encouraging to know I'm not alone with it. There are a lot of other people going through the same things as I am. It takes some effort. You have to keep after it. Exercise, meds, and diet are the key. But there are a lot of folks who want me to succeed. Diabetes is not the end of the world. With effort and attitude, you can have a normal life.
Welcome back to Aging Horizons, brought to you by the Department of Public Health and Human Services Senior Long-Term Care Division. Again, we're at the Governor's Conference on Aging, where we're offering an opportunity to Aging Network individuals, plus seniors throughout the state, to learn more about aging, what's happening now, what's happening in the future. Joining us today is Tessa Bailey. She's the Governor's Conference on Aging Coordinator. And Tessa, welcome to the show. It's great to have you here.
Thank you.
Well, let's start at the top. What's the purpose of the Governor's Conference on Aging?
Well, this conference serves a lot of purposes. So we get organizations together, any organization that has aging in mind, AARP, to our department with Department of Public Health and Senior Long-Term Care. But we also like individuals to come and learn about aging, and caregivers to learn about how they can help their loved ones in this aging process.
Great. Well, now how big is the Aging Network in Montana? A lot of people might not even know it exists.
That is true. We have 9 area agencies on aging, and they're the hubs for all of our communities around the state. But we work with all the organizations in the state as well, work closely together to make sure that we're filling all the needs of our aging population.
Mm-hmm. And now, what is an aging person? What age do we start with that? What old is old?
Well, that varies, I think, from organization standpoint. I think once, what is it, AARP, it's 50. Mm-hmm. But, really for our programs and a majority of our programs that we offer with the Older Americans Act, it's really 60 and over is what we really see as qualifying into older adults, even though a lot of people that age are still working and don't really see themselves as older adults. But in terms for our programs, that's what we classify it as.
Well, I know that is an issue. I mean, we talk about individuals who are older, 60 plus, but we want to also have people know in their 50, 45, plan for aging, right? And we allow for that at the conference. How do we meet that need?
Yes, well, we love to have the younger generations come too, because not only does everybody age, we're all going to get to these ages at some point, but we probably are caring for loved ones or friends and family members that are in the aging process. And so we need to learn all we can about helping them and helping them age gracefully, maybe independently within their homes or within their communities.
And they can access a lot of this information or resources from the 800 number on the screen. They call that 800 number. What can they expect?
They can expect to be connected with their local area agency on aging and or SHIP counselor to help answer any of the questions that they have regarding the aging network, whether it be for themselves or be for a family or a friend.
And I know today we had an individual from AARP speaking on Social Security, and I found some real interesting stats that they said about Social Security and its future. Can you share some of that with us?
Well, and I think it was a good wake-up call for, I think, a lot of people, where there's a lot of myths out there about Social Security and a lot of kind of scariness around Social Security. Is it going to be there? Are we going to keep having it? But some of these are kind of myths out there, which is also good for my generation and maybe my children's generation, of that, you know, it is still out there. They are really working towards it, but it's still going to be survivable.
It's an active topic, and it needs individuals' promotion and advocacy to make sure that it's adequately funded and that it will be around. And that's part of what we do. We do advocacy, right? We don't say one side or the other. We're neutral.
We are very neutral. We want to help everybody, and we see all sides, but we want to make sure that really what our goal is within our Aging Service Bureau in the Department of Public Health is really to keep older adults living at home independently with dignity and in their communities for as long as they possibly can.
Now, some of the other classes we're presenting, or sessions, one is on hoarding. I mean, it's an interesting topic. I think maybe at any age we can hoard, but why is it a bad thing?
Well, and it is. It really, it's not so much, it's just it's a mindset of people, but it is becoming quite an issue for older adults in Montana. And we've heard from a lot of institutions, a lot of caregivers, a lot of family members that this is a topic that they would really like to learn more about, to help with either their loved ones or a community member or family member, to help learn about how to talk to them, about kind of next steps of how to help.
Yeah, I had an uncle who was a hoarder, and you could hardly walk around his house.
Yeah. I think it's more prevalent than people really think it is.
And then another topic we have is kind of a new word for me, is a doula. What is a doula?
Well, so a lot of people probably have heard of birth doulas, they help in the labor process. They're not the doctor, they're not a nurse, but they help the families get through the process and to be there and be what they need. And a death doula is very similar to that on the dying process, because we all need to just have somebody there to help us, guide us through, and help maybe guide the family through, and just be a compassionate person that's not offering any one-side opinion, but just to be there with them.
And many times a single individual might not have family. It's very advantageous for that individual to have someone that does that. Now, is this throughout Montana, or is this in unique spots?
It's in unique spots right now. I think it's a newer concept, but it's really taking a hold, and it's really providing some great help to these families and individuals in the communities, and it's just full of compassion.
Okay, and then we recognize centenarians at the Governor's Conference on Aging. We did that today. We got 4 individuals, but I think you found 20 plus centenarians, and some of their stories are amazing, aren't they?
Oh, they're just absolutely amazing. It's the best part of the conference. It's the funnest part of my whole job, is that we had over 20 centenarians or families submit on behalf of their centenarians. And yes, their stories are incredible, from serving in World War II to just anything. But I love their secrets to longevity. One lady, her secret was just the invention of the wash machine. So simple, but so important.
Yes, I've heard that. And one lady mentioned that she was a telegraph operator, and that's like, I think she was born in 1925. I think we're 100 years old now. And the telegraph was still around then, I guess.
Absolutely. And she traveled all those small towns of Montana on the train and, took all of the cables for them. So what a job.
What a job. It's really interesting. A number of individuals were in World War II. They did a lot of things. They survived. And it's just rewarding to hear their stories. But now, next year, we're in Kalispell. We're looking for centenarians. What do we look for in a centenarian?
So as long as they're age 100 or above by December 31st, so for next year of 2026, We'd love to hear from the families, the centenarians themselves, or friends. And we have a website for the centenarians to submit. You get a certificate from the governor with a congratulations when you reach that wonderful milestone.
Yeah, and we love to hear the stories, and we're archiving them, I guess we'll say, so maybe another 100 years we'll say, that's what life was then back
Absolutely,
then.
Absolutely, it's the best.
Yeah, and we were fortunate that the governor was here this year, and he had a nice presentation. Everybody took pictures of the governor with the centenarian and the families, and they got a nice write-up in a little booklet, and it was really special. We've interviewed 2 centenarians, which will be in our next 2 segments, and it was just really fun talking to them and seeing how active they are, you know?
Oh man, they are so active still, and what a wonderful treat we had with all 4 of them today.
And one of them said she's still working.
She's still working. I know, how amazing is that? And it's something we can all take from that. Keep moving.
It must be the one thing they say, if you love your job, you'll never age.
I agree with that.
That's really good. Well, again, we're at the Governor's Conference on Aging. This is the 56th annual one. I mean, 56 years. Well, it'll be a while before it's 100, but
a few years.
We'll be around then for it. But it has been a lot of fun. And if you'd like to participate, the 800 number, you can sign up for next year, get more information. Maybe you'd like to present if you're in the Kalispell area, if you have an aging topic and you want seniors to know about it, centenarians, or maybe those are approaching being a senior. They're younger and they need to maybe start thinking about it, or how do they take care of their families? So we'll go on to our next 2 segments. We'll have 2 centenarians talking to you, so stay tuned.
Can you say ombudsman?
Ombudsman.
Benson? Uma Doodlesman? Fortunately, you don't have to say it right to get the help of a long-term care ombudsman. If you or a loved one reside in assisted living or long-term care, an ombudsman can help resolve any issue. And these services are completely free and confidential. Now, why don't you try that again?
Ombudsman.
You've probably seen some big-name celebrities on your TV lately talking about all the Medicare benefits you're missing out on. But the insurance companies who are paying for these ads may be pushing benefits not available in Montana. Fortunately, help is available from a friendly state health insurance assistance program counselor who can help you sort it all out. It's free, and we screen everyone for eligibility regardless of your zip code. It's Montanans helping Montanans. Call today.
Every generation produces heroes, men and women who step forward to defend our country in time of need, no matter the personal cost to themselves. And though we can never fully repay them, we can make sure they have access to low-cost, long-term care when they need it. That's what Montana's Veterans Homes are all about. If you've got a hero in need in your family, call us. We can help.
Every 65 seconds, someone is affected with Alzheimer's or other dementias. Many become isolated at a time when help is most needed. If you or someone you love is affected, help is available, both for people with memory loss and their caregivers. Memory loss can feel frightening, but you are not alone. Call the free 24/7 Alzheimer's Association helpline, 800-272-3900, for guidance and support.
Welcome back to Aging Horizons. I'm your host, Brian Lamore. We're continuing our discussions at the Governor's Conference on Aging in Helena. The next one will be up in Kalispell. And we got some centenarians, individuals who are 100 plus that we recognize. And today we're recognizing Dick Blossom at the conference here. And Dick, you've had quite a life. You were the last graduating class in your high school, right? And how many were in the class?
6.
6?
Oh boy.
That's amazing. And then you went off to war about then?
Then you went what?
You went off to war?
Well, it was a little after that, but not very long, a couple of years.
Yeah. Well, we got a real nice write-up on you in the governor's conferences program.
Oh.
And they mentioned that you were jumping out of airplanes, right? You're a pretty tough guy.
Yeah, they're not too smart to jump out of a good airplane.
Yeah. So what all did you do in the war? What was your responsibilities?
Staying alive, mainly.
That's true. You succeeded. That's really good. But now you worked with explosives and a variety of other things?
Well, I did in the Army, yeah. Well, in construction, we worked with some explosives too.
Oh, okay. So you after the war, you got married, right?
Right. Quite a while after the war. I was 34 when I got married.
Oh, that's great. And where did you live then?
In Great Falls.
Great Falls.
Yeah.
And your son tells me you like to fish a lot, particularly with your brother.
Fish and hunt, both.
Yeah. But you did something when you were 80 with your brother that was pretty impressive.
What was that again?
When you were 80, you did the Chinese Wall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We come in from Holland Lake and horses, and we rode, and then we rode up to the top of the Chinese Wall and looked it over.
Well, I guess, being 101, you probably grew up with horses?
Well, we had horses on the farm, yeah. That's what we farmed with, was horses to start with. Of course, later on, we got tractors, but at first it was just horses.
Well, that's amazing to see that your generation, you've gone from horses to tractors to now you can't recognize tractors anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now your son also said you were a runner. You enjoyed running, you and your wife?
I do, yeah. We did.
Yeah.
A lot.
And you accomplished a lot?
Well, we made a lot of medals, but that don't give you anything.
That's right. Well, how far did you like running, you and your wife?
Well, it was 3 miles most of the time for the icebreaker, and then the Governor's Cup here, too.
Oh.
Both of them.
That's great. When did you give up running?
I think the last time I ran 3 miles I was 98.
98. Oh, boy, that's great. Now, you come from a long-lived family. Tell me about your brothers and sisters. How old are they?
Well, one of my sisters lived to be 100, and one of my brothers lived to be 104. So and I'm 101. My twin brother died 2 or 3 years ago, so he didn't make it quite as long as I did.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Sounds like you've been pretty active. So did you go horseback riding in to go hunting a lot?
Yeah, whenever they'll take me.
Yeah. Well, now, during the war, you were also a sniper, right?
Well, that's what it was in the Army, yeah.
Yeah.
We went for 6 weeks. That's all we did was shoot. And you got so you'd hit pretty good.
Oh, I can imagine. That's helped you hunting, right?
That was yeah. I don't miss very often.
And I don't think your son does either. I've talked to him before.
No. They're pretty good shots, too.
Well, did you teach them how to shoot?
They taught themselves, really.
Oh.
They're pretty good at it.
That's great. And how about fishing? You teach them how to fish?
They taught me how to fish more than I taught them.
Oh, that's good. So what would you like our viewers to know? What is your secret to longevity?
I think keep active.
Yep.
Physically active. Mentally, too, but physically especially.
Yeah.
You got to keep active.
So how do you stay physically active now that you're 101?
What's that again?
How do you stay active now that you're 101?
Well, I walk around the building every day.
That's great. And where do you live now?
In Touchmark.
In Touchmark.
There's a rest home here.
Here in Helena.
Yeah.
So where did you live prior to that most of your life?
What's that, what?
Where did you live prior to Helena? Before Helena, where did you live?
In Great Falls.
Great Falls. And you had a construction company there. What kind of construction did you do?
Mostly highways.
Oh.
Built a couple of dams and airports and stuff, but mostly highways.
Wow.
The biggest thing I did was the Capitol Interchange, not the bridge, but the rest of it.
Oh, that's great. And that's how you decided you wanted to live in Helena?
Well, I didn't want to live here. This is the best place for a rest home to be fine. So that's why we live.
Oh, that's great. And you're close to...
My 2 sons lived here, so I wanted to be with them. So
yeah.
We went with them.
Yeah. And the grandkids, how many grandkids do you have?
4.
4. That's great. You see you all the time, I bet.
Well, quite often because they live here too. Although 2 of them, the boys are in in New Hampshire. Is that where it is? And going to college.
Oh, that's
they
great.
They went to Bozeman, and both of them were presidents of the student body in Bozeman. And then when they got through with that, they went to Harvard, or not Harvard, Yale in New Mexico? Oh, New Hampshire.
Well, that's amazing. I mean, your military service and how you served Montana in your construction and everything you do. Thank you for your service, and congratulations on being recognized for being 101 today.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That's great. We'll be right back.
Elder abuse is a growing problem, and it's happening right here in our Montana communities. At least 1 in 10 older adults are victims of physical or emotional abuse, financial exploitation, or neglect. To get help or report elder abuse, call your local area agency on aging or Adult Protective Services at 1-844-277-9300.
A message from FireSafe Montana. A process called wildfire scoring may be used to determine the insurability of your property. Your home may be insurable today, but it might not be in the future. If building a new home, check with your insurance agent to determine if they will insure it, how that score was determined, and what the cost will be. And remember, wildfires can happen inside the city limits. This message brought to you by FireSafe Montana and aired by the Montana Broadcasters Association.
I've been shooting since I was young. It's something I've always enjoyed. I wasn't feeling like myself, but my friend noticed. He asked if he could hold onto my guns temporarily. At first, I was a little shocked, but then I agreed. I think he saved my life that day.
Welcome back to Aging Horizons. I'm your host, Brian Lamore. We're coming to you from the 56th Annual Governor's Conference on Aging in Helena. And we're recognizing centenarians, individuals who are 100 or over. And with us is Helen Lyons-Jansen. You're 100, and you've been on a ranch for a long time, haven't you?
76 years.
And where's the ranch located?
We're in Powder River County and south of Wahlberg. Mm-hmm. North of Broadus.
Okay. Now, you've married Mr. Jansen. You've been married how many years?
Been gone for 6 years.
Yeah.
But I've continued to stay there. So it was hard, but I've handled it well.
Yeah. And how long were you married?
We were married for 72 years.
Wow, that is great.
Yes, it was. And I had a wonderful husband, and among other things, he was a pilot, had his own plane, and we flew quite a few places to look and see, but he was a good pilot.
Well, was your ranch big enough that the two of you could maintain it and take care of it, or did you have to hire people?
Well, in the first years, we had help. Young boys, and Lou always got them started well. They did well.
Yeah. So imagine you had to cook a lot for the ranch hands.
Well, hay handers, but I always had to cook for them and enjoyed them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. About how many ranch hands would you have at one time the most?
Well, not that many. We're a small family ranch, but anyway, we probably 2 young guys was the most as we had. But they were good, and they learned a lot from Lou.
And when you made the food for them, I imagine you like to do some variety, so you must be quite the cook.
Oh, well, I learned with those boys. But not too long ago, one of them said, "You were sure a good cook." And I said, "Well, I learned with you, you know," which was true.
Yeah. Well, now, during World War II, you had a Japanese friend, right? It was kind of unusual back then?
It was. Lived across the street from me in Glendive. And then all at once she was gone. She was in high school too.
Mm-hmm. And you never were able to contact her again?
No, never saw her again.
Yeah.
She'd have to.
So you've had to go into town, I imagine, to get supplies many times. How far away was your town, and how did you get there?
Well, Broadus was 22 miles, and Miles City was our shopping town more, and that was 56 miles. So we learned to shop what we needed and do our errands, and didn't go very often.
Yeah. Now, your parents came here. They were the first Americans, I'll say, of your family coming here. Where were they from?
My father came from Ireland, and my mother came from Germany. She's always commented about seeing the Statue of Liberty and how much that meant to her. Very good.
Well, did they both come over individually and then met here?
Yes, did not meet. Met. Where did they meet? I think out of Canby, Minnesota, and that's where they met. And they got married in Glendive, and that's where they did so well.
So this ranch that you're on now, your parents established it?
No, my in-laws, the Jansons, started it.
Well, when you started your career working, you worked in a bank, right? How'd you like banking?
Oh, I liked it. It was good.
You got to meet everybody in town?
Well, yeah, people were good to me.
That's great. Well, you've had quite the life in 100 years. What maybe is the most amazing thing you've seen?
Oh my, it's hard to think. But I think we've been blessed and seen so much and enjoyed it all.
That's great. Well, you know, you're recognized today as being 100 years old, and the governor was here and he gave you a plaque, right? How was that?
Well, you know, I didn't really plan on this, but I had family. I have a son and 2 daughters, and they all encouraged me to do this.
Yeah.
So,
well, we're really glad you did, and we'd like to thank you for everything you've done for Montana.
well, thank you. It's been a privilege.
Great. Well, thanks for being here. And for our viewers, you know, we're at the 56th Annual Governor's Conference on Aging. There'll be another conference next year in Kalispell. We'll have more centenarians, and we'll talk to you more then. Thanks for joining us.
Special thanks to the Department of Public Health and Human Services for their continued support. Hosts on Aging Horizons are program specialists at the Montana Office on Aging. Production facilities provided by Video Express Productions. For more information about Aging Horizons, call the Department of Public Health and Human Services toll-free at 800-332-2272.